Hey everybody, welcome back to Wrenching with me, Grandpa. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon in October. My wife and all of her OU fans, I'm sorry. What can I say? It's not the way it used to be, but it is what it is. Georgia and Auburn right now, I'm not sure how that's going to go. I just tuned out of the first quarter, and it's like they were still dancing with each other. So we'll see what's going down. But that's not why we're here. This isn't a football channel. It's a car channel. So let's talk about cars. Let me show you what I've been up to. Well, first of all, later, Grandpa's got to do some more yard work. Hauled a bunch of down tree limbs and crud over earlier. But anyway, that's my second channel, which I haven't started yet. Gardening with Grandpa. Yeah, right, like I got time to garden. As you may have seen in a recent posting of video, I got my new shock absorbers for the girl. KYBs, gas charged for the back. And let's take a look. Oh, there they are. All snug and ready to rock. Let me show you what this poor old girl had on her. Let me turn this around here. Monroe-Matics. I'm going to assume from the fact that I was driving cars at the time these were probably installed, these are probably about a mid-70, late 70 shock absorber. Now this one's not too bad a shape, although over the years, all of the rubber bushing material had literally vulcanized itself to the support bolt and the backing plate washer. Well, in order to get this girl off, I literally had to take a razor blade, a utility knife, and remove as much of that old deteriorated, just gnarly rubber off of this thing in order to get the dang thing off. Now the other one, this poor girl, I don't know what happened to her. She might have been abused in some sort of a domestic dispute, but as you can see, she wasn't in any better shape, and I did have to use the utility knife to cut around some of the rubber. But more stuff for the scrap pile. So that's done. Now, this is the brake job from hell. My intention initially was, come in here, we'll put some new brake pads, new cylinders, refresh the lines. Well, I was hoping that was going to be a fairly quick job. Damn, Grandpa, you got to get back on your meds because you're... All right. Pretty well got this rebuilt. Got those shiny new studs and nuts, shiny parts, new cylinders, new pads, all that. Got the interior of this done as far as restoration and rust paint protection, a little bit of lubricant just on the contact points in the back like it should be done. New shock absorber. Partial cleaning with the wire wheel of the diff and axle tunnel, and kind of trying to get that cleaned up. Well, I'm always finding more things to do, which slows me down on the big important stuff. But while I've got all this out of the way, let me get you down here. As I've said before, this poor old girl has got some overspray and some aftermarket undercoating and just stuff. Well, this is a perfect time to clean all that crud off. So Grandpa, off camera, when time affords itself, will be trying to get all of this cleaned off and freshened, rust preventative treatment before we continue completing all of the other things going on, including, rust restoration of the diff, axle, all of this. I mean, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to get this girl put back to the best that I can, make her look good, make her mechanically sound, blah, blah, blah. Well, all of this is currently exposed and ready to be played with. So, what the heck? It's not like she's going to be going to any car shows anytime soon. I mean, if I could phone her in with a video of how good she sounds, well, maybe, but that don't work. So, we got that going on. Let me try to get up here. Got lots of parts. Lots of stuff to clean and lubricate and buff, and lots more parts. Interior parts, door panels. Okay. Well, y'all got to hear. She's got her new shiny covers on and new gaskets, and she's running pretty good. She does need just a slight tune. I just need to the distributor just a tad. But, with this old carburetor and it hadn't been rebuilt, she does pretty decent. I am still in search for a 4-barrel setup. But, right now, she runs. And so, if somebody's got one they want to donate to the channel, or they have one that they're willing to let go really, really cheap, please PM Grandpa, because this is a budget build. Yeah, right. All right, so let's see what else we got going on here. Well, like I said, we got the back shocks installed. Went ahead and got one of the front shocks off, and it was a KYB, and honestly, it's not in terribly, it's not all beat to heck or anything, I suppose, but based on the age of the vehicle, the age of the other components, and the condition, I would say these were probably put in about the same time that those Monroe-Matics were, which, I mean, these things are still pretty stiff. I may say those, swap meets, who knows. But those are out. And these are coming in. Ooh, the silver, just like the back ones. This car was originally painted silver from the factory, and somebody at some point decided yellow was a good idea, which I can't disagree. I think it's going to be snappy. So we got the front shocks as well, and all the shiny parts that go with them. And let's just see if I can obliterate everybody here with some light. Again, like I said, just like the back, just overspray, rust, all surface, thank God. I've been blessed with a car that's got a pretty solid set of bones, but all of this junk has got to be cleaned off. or at least the attempt made. So on this side, we have the hub rebuilt with the new righty thread studs for the wheel. Got a brand new slave cylinder for it. Got to get this all cleaned up and restored. Now, here's one thing, and if any of you, my viewers, are into these old Mopars like I am, this is something I haven't researched. But if you notice, there's like a rubber gasket right around here, and this seems to be, I'm not sure, is this removable? I've started trying to take this plate off, but because of some other things we'll discuss momentarily, I stopped doing that. But it's all chewed up, and if I'm putting everything else, trying to do it right, if that's something that I need to address, please let me know if you know, because like I said, this is a marathon, it's not a sprint, and it is my first Mopar rebuild, so I'm still learning a lot. Thank you for all of the different contacts that I've been able to make. All right, so let's kind of change our angle here a little bit. Like I said, we've gone ahead and pulled out the shock here, which is going to give us a little more opportunity and accessibility, which I have already gone ahead and loosened up all of the bolts and nuts for the upper A-frame. We have disconnected the ball joint. We've had minimal success in just trying to kind of loosen things up a little bit. It's always good to have some of this around. But got to pick up a pickle fork or maybe some C4 plastic explosive. I'm not quite sure yet, still looking into that. But went to one of my favorite suppliers, Part Geeks, today, just in fact minutes before I started this. Got new bushings and new upper ball joints for both sides on order, just under $100, and hopefully they'll be here by next weekend or a little before. I usually get shipping from them 3 to 4 days, and a lot of times it's free, which always helps with the budget. So while we're doing all this and putting the new shocks, new joints and bushings in, we're going to try to go ahead and get all of this wire wheeled and cleaned up a little bit as well before we move to, let's see, what else can we, we've still got 3 more sides of complete brake rebuilds. We've still got to put all the new lines in. From here to over there, and from here down to there, and from there way back there, and all around. Plus we got to put a cutout in here in case Grandpa ever has the notion to try to, lay down a little rubber on the street, show some of these young kids that these old cars can still do that. Listen, folks, I appreciate you all hanging out with me a little bit this evening, Saturday evening. It's been a long week, and as always, we all strive to get through the week so we can enjoy our weekend with friends, family, and chores. Well, may your weekend be blessed. May the Lord bring you gladness in your life. And I'd gladly trade some, wall hanger out-of-state license plates if somebody would come over the backyard for me. Thanks again. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. If you are, big thumbs up is always appreciated. Comments, suggestions are always appreciated because we're not even halfway there yet, guys. So chime in. This is kind of a group project. Want a big shout out for my buddy Jerry with Tomcat Automotive, my affiliate garage here in the Monroe, Walton County, Georgia area. We are getting ready to have a lot of fun, and all I will say is, and I know it's not a Mopar, but we're going to have some fun with one of our project cars. It's a 92 Chevy Camaro Z28. And it's going to be interesting, and we'll give you more details as time goes along, but this is something that is coming up. So stay tuned, share. You've heard of Car Trek? Well, we'll see what happens. Love you. See you soon. Bye-bye.